Okay, so here we have me warming up with some 8-irons. These are just normal shots. My natural shot is a small draw, but it's fairly neutral with irons, and with the woods it's a little bit more of a draw. Obviously the longer the club, the longer the flight, so the more chance it has of shaping. So this is if I want to hit a straight shot. The yellow line is the path and the club is where I'm aiming. Now that I've pointed the yellow line to the right, this means the path's going to the right and my target is the club, and this is how you hit a draw. You get your feet, hips and shoulders aiming right and the club on plane or towards the target. Then to hit a fade you do the opposite. You get your shoulders, hips and knees pointing left, but the club still facing at the target, and swing left. This creates spin, which creates shot shape. So here we have myself playing a draw. My body's aligned to the right, the club's aligned down the middle towards the target. Swing out to the right, and the ball comes back. This can be useful to get round trees, or if the pin is on the left hand side of the green, you'd use a draw. Or if the wind was left to right, you could cancel out the effect of the wind. Now here we have a fade, where my body's now aimed to the left and the club is still aiming at the target. This would be useful if the pin was on the right hand side of the green, or if the wind was right to left and you wanted to cancel out the effect of the wind. A fade is also a spinnier shot, so it might be used when you're hitting wedges into greens to stop quicker. Likewise, a draw might be used to hit a drive further. So here's how I change the height of a shot. So the yellow pole is where the ball would be. This is for a normal shot with a 9-iron or an 8-iron. This is for when I want to hit the ball lower. You put the ball back in your stance, which takes off loft, and then to hit a higher shot you put it forward in your stance, which adds loft. That was just a punch shot. The next two are exaggerated punch shots, which are much lower, so you won't see it go above the screen. These are useful when you're playing into wind, or if you want to have more control. Usually players tend to hit the ball lower to try and gain control. Here's me playing a normal shot. So you can see that nearly got to the top of the screen. And then this is me playing the high shot where the ball is off the front of my stance, which adds dynamic loft. And it goes much higher. This would be used if you wanted to maybe have backspin into a green, or if you're downwind, or if the pin was at the very front of the green and you wanted it to come in soft. Here we have a few slow-mos of my swing. This is with an 8-iron. As you can see, the club passed the hands, which means it's on plane, which usually produces a straight shot as long as the body's aligned straight, which it is. Again, club passes the hands, which means it's on plane. Being on plane is important because it enables you to hit straighter shots, which are easier to control. I think that was a 5-iron. I think one's a 5-irons now. Yeah, these are 5. That last one was a 5-iron and this one's a 5-iron as well. Again, same principles. You try and get the club to pass the hands on the way back, which they do. Set in a nice position and then just simply turn through the ball. Again, as you can see, these are pretty neutral shots and going fairly straight. Here we have a hybrid, a 3 hybrid, 21 degrees. Again, same, club passes the hands, set the plane, simply turn through. As you can see, they now start drawing a little bit more, going to the left a bit more. I think I hit this one fairly straight, or maybe with a little bit of fade. Yeah, a little bit of fade. Now we have a driver. Again, club passes the hands again. The best way to have a consistent golf swing is to have the same swing and simply just change the club to change the distance and the height. As you can see, naturally the longer the club, the flatter the swing gets, which helps take off spin and hit the ball further. Now we have some wedge shots, or approach shots. Here I have a 60 degree. The key on these shots is to make sure you get the ball first and then the ground, and you can do this by, again, keeping your body still, your head still, and just turning through. Naturally, when you turn, you will drop a bit of height, which I do just there, but not too much. Okay, so here I am teeing off on the 10th. It's a par 5. It's 480 yards, so there's trouble down the right, so I'm trying to play a draw. The wind's right to left. There's a tree on the left that I'm trying to get past, so I'm trying to hit this one fairly hard. I made good connection and hit a high draw like I wanted to.